we're going to take a look here at how you can draw up a simple survey using CADI. So we've got our system open. I've actually inserted a JPEG of the thing we're trying to reproduce here just into the drawing so we can see it by the side of us. It's certainly not something you need to do, just for reference. But you see we've got our dimensions on there, so we've got all the dimensions that we've taken. This could be a building, it could be a machine part, it could be anything really, as long as you've got dimensions in there. Everything in this case is nice and orthogonal, so rather than having to type in different coordinates, we can just rely on the 4 arrow keys, the up, down, right and left that we have on the keyboard for direction. So just going to take a little zoom out here, and you'll notice we've got a rectangle there. Now with CADI, not something you need to do because you're drawing in infinite space, but what can be nice is to have a notional idea of how big something's going to be. And we'll see a little flag up here, model space setup, where we can say effectively what size the sheet of paper that we would be drawing on would be if we were drawing at 1 to 50. We're actually drawing at 1 to 1, so it scales up the sheet size there. But if we say OK, you can see we get something there which would relate to that particular size of paper and scale if we were using them. On the left here, we've got a little bit more in the way of the JPEG, and it shows what we're going to do. We're going to start at the bottom left hand corner, we're going to type in our dimensions and then work round in a clockwise direction. So let's just zoom in a little bit more, and let's start. So how are we going to do that? Well, we'll go to the lines menu. So our main tools are on the left here. We'll pick lines, and that will open up all the different ways of drawing. So we can draw in polylines, we can draw in simple lines here. If we choose polyline for instance, we can start somewhere there, and then it says indicate the next point for the polyline. You notice we can do segments, so arc sections within the polylines as well, but we're just going to type in 9,000 and then use the up arrow on the keyboard. So that's in the group of 4, so up and then 3250 across, and then we're looking at 1250 back down. So it's again just using the arrow key, so 3910 across, 4250 up, 5800 across, 4250 back down, 1800 across, 6500 down, 11510 across, 1250 down, and then we can either type in the last remaining dimension or we can just go full close. And there we have it. We have our polyline of our building drawn nice and simply.